What is going on, Libra? It is Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct again. And this is going to be a general reading for December 15th through December 30th. Definitely Libra. Also, this is kind of late. So Libra, sorry that I'm kind of putting you to the back of the line. Again, I don't know if I did that for the last readings for Libra, but I will try my best to put you guys in the beginning. Energy is fluid though, so this will be for the entire period between that whole period of time, the 15th and the 30th. So this is probably going to be reiterating some things that probably already could have happened to you during this period in time. If it doesn't, it could just be for your future going into these next couple of days and weeks, ending off the end of the year for us. So it is the end of 2018 and a whole new beginning is about to start for you, Libra. I hope you're excited as I am, and we're going to see what these energies are going to be closing out for you for the closeout of this year. Also, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody that's watching. If it does resonate with you though, then you can do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to let me know that it matched you in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, then you can check out one of my previous videos that I did for Libra in the past, just because energy is fluid, so time, doesn't really matter with energy. Also, I can probably catch you on the next go round with one of my, readings that'll be coming in the future if this one does not match up for you. Also, I do have personal readings opening up to all of my viewers now for all zodiac signs. So Libra, if you want something that's a little bit more direct for you, a more personal experience, then email me. My email is in the description of this video. Let's get right into it, Libra. So this right here is going to be your present energies for mid-month December, and then after that we're going to get into your future energies like we always do it. I am going to be using the Gustav Klimt deck in order to clarify some of these cards. It's a new thing I'm starting up this month because I like the artwork on this deck. Like, if you look at it, these are some good looking images and symbolism. It's like that whole Renaissance era, Victorian period, all of that. So I'm using that to clarify. Let's get into your reading, Libra, what you all been waiting on. Crowning your reader, we do have the Death card. So with the Death card being in the crowning of your reading, this is just representing some type of transformation that is in your mind that is happening to you right now in the middle of December. Could have been a transformation that could have been happening or already going on with you, because everybody to a certain extent has been dealing with a transformation within themselves, or the transformation of their life, or transformation of a way that you see certain things in your life. With you, it could have to do with your love relationships, or love relationship, I should say, because right next to that you have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card could be representing for you just a strong connection that you could be having with somebody who maybe is your soulmate, or maybe somebody that you are in a relationship with, or you're thinking about being in a relationship with. Your view towards them could be transforming, because it's right here next to this Death card. The Death card speaks of deep transformation. Is a major arcana, but with the Lovers being here and it also being a major arcana, for some of you guys this could be a transformation in your views, your belief system, and you choosing a different path in your life that kind of like goes against maybe what your childhood belief system is, or you evolving your belief system and the way you look at life, you evolving the lens that you kind of view life out of, because the Lover's card a lot of times can talk about a major choice too, that you're choosing to make. And sometimes it could deal with your belief systems, because the Lovers, the major arcana of the Lover card comes after the Hierophant energy in the tarot. And the Hierophant usually speaks about those conventional beliefs that we have, those traditions and rituals that we have that have been passed down to us by our family, that have been passed on to us from society and our culture and just our surroundings. the way that we were affected in our formidable years. Sorry that I can't talk right now. It happens. But for you guys, Libra, during this time, since you have that transformation going on, it could have to do with the way you're viewing those different belief systems that you have been holding on to for years. And you could start to see that you're outgrowing certain belief systems. You could be choosing to kind of like take on a new path, make a decision for yourself to kind of start evolving the way you view the world, evolving the way you view life in general. You could be taking on a more spiritual approach to the way you're looking at life. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm feeling with this Death card. Right next to that, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands symbolizes you kind of being and having to go through a lot of different battles and struggles and challenges. You've already been through these challenges though, and you've been dealing with them, you know, back to back to back, and you kind of, you know, this kind of like symbolizes you being at that point to where you're like battle weary. You're like, dang, what else do I have to deal with? What else is going to be thrown my way? What else do I have to kind of like approach in life and deal with and conquer? And how many lessons do I have to learn? And how much more is the universe going to throw at me? And how much more do I need to grow? And what, you know, it's kind of like being at that point, but also still being ready and able to go into battle again and go into another challenge and fight another fight. You know, but with this being right next to this transformation that's happening around maybe, you know, your love relationship, or like I said, the way you're viewing your life in general, the way you view yourself, the way you're giving yourself love. This card can represent that too with the Lover's card. I believe that you're transforming the way you view the way you look at life, and it's going to change the stance that you're taking, that you have been taking, of always wanting to be the person that goes into battle and fight and stand up for your beliefs, and having to, you know, fight against the world in so many different ways. I see like a end of that coming, or a cycle of stopping when you're feeling like challenge is coming back to back to back to back. Because I believe you've been fighting all these different battles and dealing with all these different challenges in life because it's been, you know, part of that transformation. The transformation of the way you're viewing the world around you. And so you're kind of like, you have the stripes to prove that this transformation has occurred within you. You have, you know, earned your stripes. You're wearing them. You've earned your battle scars and your wounds. You're kind of like licking your wounds a little bit, but you survived everything that was thrown to you during this period of transformation. And I think that's what's going to get you to the point where you're choosing to go down this new path in life. You're making that decision to kind of like view your life from an evolved state, an evolved point of view, and just evolving your belief systems at the end of the day. Let's continue into the reading. Right below that, we have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is representing maybe the energy that you're starting to take on. I clarified that with the King of Cups. So I believe this is going to be the energy you're choosing to take on when it comes down to something that you're going to start pursuing passionately, but it has to do with your emotional fulfillment. So the Queen of Wands is somebody who is fierce. She's passionate. You know, she wants to pursue her dreams and her goals in life and go after her achievements passionately, you know, and do it from a place of confidence and a place of knowing that she will get, you know, her goals accomplished. And, you know, that's probably the energy that you're going to start taking on because you're having this transformation. I believe before you could have been torn between two different paths, because the Lover's card a lot of times represents, you know, the choice between two different decisions that you have to make. And I think, you know, that could have had a lot to do with your belief system, or the way you look at life and your outlook on life. And since you've been having a transformation in that area, Libra, I believe now that the transformation is complete, you're going to start taking on this Queen of Wands energy, where you start to find your passion come back, you know, that place in you that's passionate about your projects and what you want to work on and what you want to build, you know, and what you want to do for yourself. I believe that is coming back, and it's going to be having to do with something that you're actually emotional about too. Is connected to your emotional fulfillment. You pursuing these different dreams and the purpose that you have in your life is connected to, excuse me, sorry about that. It's connected to, you know, what gives you emotional stability and what gives you emotional fulfillment at the end of the day. With that King of Cups being here to clarify that Queen of Wands, I believe that's what it's saying. You know, you want to go and pursue those things that maybe you put away for a little bit. You know, some of those projects that you put off to the side because you had so much going on, so many challenges that you were dealing with, you know, or maybe so much going on within your love life, because the Lovers does represent the love energy too, like a strong love connection. So maybe you could have been dealing with so much in that area, or just within yourself, that you kind of put away passionate pursuits and stop pursuing things that you're passionate about and things that you know will give you emotional fulfillment. But now I believe during this period coming into mid-month December and into the end of December, you're going to start to see what you're passionate about. And maybe your passions are changing because your worldview is changing. You know, your lens on life itself could be transforming and evolving. So now you're starting to see that you're passionate about different things. You know, different things bring you emotional fulfillment now, is what you could start to realize. Right next to that, we have the Five of Cups, and that represents some type of disappointment that could have happened with you in the past. Something that you're kind of like, you know, in a moment you could be crying over about. It's kind of like crying over spilled milk about the things that happened in the past that just didn't work out. And I believe with the Seven of Pentacles being right there to clarify, it could have been something that, you know, you were waiting to happen, something you were waiting to come into fruition, maybe around money, maybe around, you know, your last job that you had, or the last place that you were trying to bring money in, or the way that you were trying to gain financial success. You know, you were waiting for it to happen and waiting, but maybe it never came into fruition. Maybe it stopped before it can get to completion. And that's what you could be feeling disappointed about, you know, right now at the moment. Or maybe in the past you felt a deep place of disappointment that you couldn't build it to the level of completion, or build it to the level of you actually being able to have the money that you want in your life. You know, because right over there we have the Six of Pentacles, and that represents somebody who gets to a point in their life where they can share their success with the people around them. And I know the Libras that I know are very giving. Like, they like to be the person that's helping out and, you know, giving to people and sharing their wealth, sharing their finances, you know. So I think that's where the disappointment kind of comes from during this time period, is that you're disappointed that, you know, your coins are not coming in quick enough. You know, your money is not coming in to where you can be in a place where you can share it to the people around you, your family. You can support your family and be the provider and be the person that people come to, you know, get loans from, or the person that people come to from just you know, get some money. And you want to be that person that kind of helps your family out, and be that provider, not only for your immediate family, but your relatives. And you just want to be that person in your life that has that money, you know, that people can come to, because you're our giver, I believe, the Libras that are watching this. And I believe that's what you're going to be passionate about moving forward, getting to that point financially that you can be the person to share your wealth with those loved ones that are around you. But in the past, maybe you were disappointed about not being able to do that, because maybe you're always the person that is doing that, or you want to be that person, but maybe recently you weren't able to do that for whatever reason. And so whatever you're pursuing passionately going into the year 2019, that is connected to your emotions, because it's connected to the way you want to give and help the people out that are around you. So I like that, Libra. Right below that, though, we have the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords is just representing some heartbreak, some pain, some betrayal that could have happened. You know, and then you just having to deal with that. with it being right here at the bottom of your reading, I think that's what could have left you feeling disappointed about, and with it being clarified with the 10 of Pentacles, I believe that it had to do with your finances, because you have a lot of different Pentacles in this reading. And so I think when it comes to your finances and how you have been feeling, you know, your financial stability probably is not where you want it to be, and maybe that could have left you feeling in a way like hurt, you know, or embarrassed, or, you know, kind of like painful with you not being able to be in a place where you can give like you want to. Or maybe it put you into a place where you had to be the person that's asking and borrowing and having people help you out, and you don't it's kind of embarrassing for you. You don't want to be in that you know, place energetically. You like to be the person that can actually be the giver, you know. So maybe that's what kind of brought you a little bit of heartbreak, because most Libras that I know, they do like to be financially secure. They like to be the person that has that money, because Libras are very giving. For all the Libras that I run across, like, they like to give what they have and be the person that, you know, people come to for a little bit of help, and be the person that'll go out and be like, hey, all the drinks are on me, or hey, I'm going to buy everybody's dinner, you know. Like, so you want to be in that place of the 10 of Pentacles, where your finances are coming in to a point that you can give freely like that. But maybe recently, in this past year, in 2018, you haven't been able to do that for whatever reason. And I believe that's what the whole transformation is happening with you about. I believe that was because you were going through a certain transformation that had a lot to do with you changing your worldview and your belief system, you know, or maybe changing the things you pursue for money, and having it be more connected to your emotional fulfillment, not just pursuing money just to have money, but pursuing it in a way that it will be connected to what makes you happy internally, what makes your heart thrive, you know. And so because you've been having that transformation in your finances, it probably could have left you feeling in a way like heartbroken, or disappointed in yourself, or disappointed in life in general. Because when we don't have that money coming in the way that we want it to come in, or we don't see the finances growing as fast and as quickly as we want it to grow, it definitely feels disappointing, and you feel like, dang, kind of like in the dumps a little bit. But I believe that transformation is coming in to change all that. The transformation is complete, surrounding your finances and surrounding the way that you're going to start going after your finances, you know. And so now you're going to be focused on that 10 of Pentacles energy. Even though you probably haven't had it recently, I believe now you're coming back into a place where you're starting to get passionate about building that vision for yourself, because the 10 of Pentacles represents like the vision you have for your life, what you see yourself as. And I believe you see yourself as somebody who is that person with the red jacket, like being able to help out and give and share the wealth with everybody else around you. But it hasn't been like that for you lately, you know. That is why the transformation is occurring, though, and I believe has occurred. So coming into the end of this year, I believe you're going to start to see a change in your finances, especially with you taking on a Queen of Wands. You're going to start to get driven. You're going to start to get, sorry, the words are not coming right now, but I believe you're going to start to get more driven about your pursuits, your financial pursuits, you know, and start to look in those areas that you know you can capitalize in and make money off of. And it's going to be like kind of back to normal for you about, you know, getting your money, but it's going to be totally new in what you pursue to get your money, you know. And that's what the whole transformation was about. Now it's going to be connected to what makes you happy. So let's keep it going, Libra. These are going to be your future energies. So you have the Devil card, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and then the 4 of Wands. So up here, the Devil card is representing maybe those things that keeps you from being as productive as you want to be in life. The devil card usually represents the addictions that we have, the unhealthy patterns that we have in our life, the attachments that we have to things that really don't serve us. And that's kind of like being stuck inside of those patterns until we choose to walk away from them. You know, and I believe that's what could have been happening too with this whole transformation you've been going through. You've been starting to see the things that you have to let go of, that you have to walk away from, the patterns that kind of keep you and hold you back from growing your finances as much as you want them to be, with it being clarified by the Empress card. The Empress is somebody who is financially secure. Like, she has fertility, she is wealthy, she's well off, you know, she's abundant because she has like healthy soil that she plants all of her seeds in, and she's able to nurture her wealth and nurture her finances because she's in like a healthy, stable position. And it's kind of like the opposite of the devil card. The devil card is very unhealthy and dark and addicted, and you know, bad attachments that have to do with the devil card or that are connected to the devil card. So that's probably what could have been stopping you from taking on that Empress role of being more abundant in your finances and being able to nurture your finances and nurture your family around you. It could have been certain addictions that you have been dealing with, or patterns that you had to kind of like work on. Right below that we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is you being hard at work. And I believe, like I said, you were working on just walking away from some of those attachments that were just unhealthy for you. You know, Libra. And yeah, it's definitely some deep energy going on, because I could barely like talk. I feel like I'm trying to like get this reading out and it barely could come out. But so it probably has been a struggle for some of you guys to kind of like pull away from some of those attachments, some of those patterns that no longer serve you, and doing that work on yourself to kind of like fight against the temptation of getting stuck inside of unhealthy addictions. And so I think this is what the 8 of Pentacles represents, you being hard at work at that, because you want to work on your finances. And you know, the things that stop you from being financially secure, you know, are those things that no longer serve you. So with the King of Pentacles being the clarifier for the 8 of Pentacles, this is what you're working on. You're working on trying to become the King of Pentacles, somebody that's stable in their finances. Somebody is, like I was saying, this person right here, where you can share your wealth. You become so wealthy that you can share, you can give to those people around you, you can maintain your wealth. And that's what you're hard at work at. You're trying to pull away from those things that take your money away and get going into the area of the things that give you money. Right below that, 7 Pentacles again. So we had that over here for your clarifier. And you know, I think you're still in the future, you could be feeling that same type of way, like it's not coming quick enough, my finances are not building up quickly, I'm not becoming the King of Pentacles quick enough, like what is going on? So this could just be you kind of getting impatient with the whole process, because it definitely is a process, especially if you were dealing with some of those energies that was keeping you away from your money, and you're working hard to get away from those energies as fast as you can. But I don't think it's happening quick enough for you. So this is you just kind of feeling like, dang, when is this going to happen? But if you could see the picture, everything is already planted with those seeds, and he's just waiting for them to grow. But it's definitely going to grow. You just have to wait for the whole process to happen around you. And then right after that, we have the 4 of Wands. So that represents some type of stability. One second. I have to turn this music off because it's... Sorry, sorry, Libra. The music that I chose for you guys for this reading, I don't think it's just not matching your reading at all. So the energy is just kind of like hitting the wrong way. So let me stop it for the last couple of minutes of your reading. But we have the 4 of Wands right here, which is representing some type of stability, a major milestone for you. It also is representing like the marriage card too, a relationship. You know, so this could have to do with a relationship for you. Maybe that could be coming in, or something that maybe that's what you're working towards too, like having that balance within your relationship, you know, with your loved one, or balance just within the relationship of yourself, you know. And with this Two of Pentacles being the thing that is clarifying that the Two of Pentacles represents like balance between, you know, work and home, or let's say work and your love relationship, and you finding the energy and the balance to feed both of them without one suffering. You know, for you, since the whole reading we were kind of talking about the transformation that's happening within yourself, I don't think for some of you guys it has to do so much with your love life, because I haven't been feeling that. I think it could just represent with this Two of Pentacles could represent the two sides of yourself. You know, your lower nature and your higher nature, and how you have to bring both of those into balance in order to be a balanced person. Because the Devil energy, a lot of times, it represents how we get stuck in our lower nature, and how we, you know, it gets us out of balance because we get addicted to that dark energy. Now, all of us deal with the dark energy. We have dark and light within ourselves, but until you can balance out your higher and lower self, you know, until you can balance out the light and the dark, then you will get stuck in the dark energy, and then get stuck in addictions and attachments and things that really don't allow you to grow in life, and keep you kind of like stuck in certain patterns. So I think that's what you've been working on, is the balancing of your inner world, the balancing of your inner self, you know, your light and dark energy, and figuring out how you can feed both of them, but, you know, not go too far into your dark energy to where you can't operate in your light energy and, you know, create growth within your life. And for some of you guys, like I said, it could have to do with a relationship, maybe, you know, you balancing your money and your wealth with your family life. You know, maybe if you have kids at home, or you have a wife or a husband at home, or, you know, you're just in a relationship, maybe you're balancing the way you give your energy to them, and also the way you give your energy into your work. So that's for some of you guys, but I think the mass majority is talking about like how you balance your energy within yourself. Okay, sorry about that, Libra. So yeah, I guess my camera just decided to cut off out of nowhere. So, but that was pretty much wrapping up your reading right there. You know, I think you're definitely working on balance within yourself, like I was talking about with this card right here, coming into balance within yourself, and kind of like balancing out what you want to passionately pursue, your passionate pursuits, you know, and those things that will give you emotional fulfillment, and also give you the abundance that you're looking for, that you envision for your life with those 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, Libra, I'm going to go ahead and end it right there for you. Definitely sorry about this being a late reading again, Libra, but hopefully you guys that see it, it'll help you out in some type of way, or give you some type of clarity. Once again, if it did resonate with you, then do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys in 2019. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Later.